All right, so I'm now recording this, family, and today is just going to be pretty much how do I use these products? How do I make money? I'm going to walk you guys like my thought process as I was working through the free trial and a strategy that I use every single day to make my own money. Whether I'm doing a private session for my team, whether I'm calling trades for thousands of people, it's pretty much the same process every time because the gag is there's really nothing special about me, right? Other than I may have been in the business longer than a lot of people. I started trading in last July, and I just practice patience. I do have a HFX trading checklist that you can go through. So today is pretty much going through that trading checklist to make sure, like, okay, am I doing everything right? Right? Because a lot of people, good morning, Dre. A lot of people don't fail because they were lied to. They fail because they were told the truth and they chose not to believe it or they chose not to act. So honestly, if I can sit here and clear these trades, then y'all can do the same exact thing because it's not. I'm always gonna say it's not that deep. That's like one of my catchphrases, and it's not that hard. So everybody, once you enroll with I Am Academy, you have access to two scanners, right? And the scanner that we use for HFX is called Go. What's called the Liberty Scanner, but how you access it directly is going to be Go Liberty, right? GoLiberty.im, right? So when me and Z are sharing our screens or whoever else is trading, they'll typically be using this scanner. People ask about Cashapp. Cashapp is another, well, the Hourglass is the center that comes with the Cash scanner because it's really not that. Oh, y'all said I'm breaking up. I'll wait 1 second. I'll wait 1 second. If I'm breaking up, 444. If I'm good, 111. Let me stop streaming music. All right, y'all said I'm good. Okay, bet. So we all have access to the Liberty Scanner, which pretty much gives us the trade ideas. So I'm actually literally going to walk you guys step by step exactly what I do before I trade. Like I said, it's no secret sauce. It's really just a matter of being disciplined, being submissive to the information, and doing every single thing that is suggested. Because if you forget a step, obviously you might mess up. Again, like if somebody says this is how you make pasta. I like using the pasta analogy now because it just makes sense. If somebody says this is how you make pasta, you boil the water, you put the pasta in, you add salt, you drain it. You wouldn't try to drain it before you cook the pasta. You're just going to follow the steps to actually get you the results that you want. So that's what we're gonna do here. So the very first thing that I do before I get into a trade, because this is how I was taught. Again, I'm just following the blueprint of how I was taught. Is you do want to check the news, right? Now, some people use other websites, but I like to stick with the tried and true forexfactory.com. And I'll drop this in the chat as well. Let me actually close the chat so that you guys can only see what I post. Okay. So pretty much I'm going to be posting these links in the chat that I'm referring to so that you guys can copy and paste and have it. So when I go to forexfactory.com, I'm just looking to see if anything is really, if any news came out that's really going to affect how these currency pairs are moving. Because there are three ways that you can analyze the market, right? You can analyze it by sentimental analysis, which is what a lot of people do, which is why they fail and get spiked out, which is pretty much saying, hmm, this is what I think the market is going to do. So let me just show you, like, if I was to only trade off of sentimental analysis, okay, like, what is that really looking like? So that's like if you were to come in here and you're like, all right, I see that the market is going down, down, down. I'm gonna get in for a sell because the market is going down, right? Sentimental analysis says, okay, this is what I feel like is happening, right? And we don't just want to simply trade off of sentimental analysis because that doesn't make any sense, right? Until we actually get the technical part out the way, which is using our indicators, and until we get the fundamental out, which is the news, we don't just want to jump in here and trade off of emotions. In fact, you should actually take your emotions completely out of the market when you're trading. And we should be not emotionless, but emotionless. And I'm gonna write that in the chat as well because some people need a visual, right? We need to be emotionless when we are trading. So although this trade is in profit right now, I literally I just said, okay, it looked like it's going down, maybe it's going down, right? But you also want to make sure that you check the news because the news is your fundamental analysis telling you, okay, is there actually anything, right, that came out that's going to affect how this currency pair is moving? Now, what you will learn is that currency pairs are pretty consistent for the most part. Like once you start trading more, depending on the time of the day that you're trading, you'll notice that GBP pairs move really, really fast. JPY pairs move extremely fast, right? USD, all right, it's a little bit more consistent, so you'll be able to have a better entry because you're not guessing, right? You're really not guessing. So all you're looking for when you come to this Forex Factory is you literally just don't want to see any red folders around the time that you are trading, right? So I see that the time is 10:28 right now. I don't really see anything too alarming. I see that the USD, right, has a red folder at 12 p.m., but right now it's okay. So you either want to see a yellow folder, right, or no folder at all. That will let you know that you're in the clear. That'll let you know that you are in the clear. So that's the very first thing I do. I'll be like, all right, bet I'm in the clear. I know exactly what I want to do, right? And typically I'll trade Euro USD unless there is a red folder, right? So at 12 o'clock, I see something, but right now I'm okay. So that's step one. If you see a gray folder, that means that it is a holiday, and 9 times out of 10, that market will be closed and not moving. If you see a orange folder, it means that the pair is moving a little bit unusual, right? It's moving a little bit unusual, right? For this, I use the analogy of like if you went out with your friends, so you went out to a party with your friend, and your friend is just always dancing, right? Your friend is always dancing. So if your friend is dancing for the first 5 minutes, the first 10 minutes, the first 15 minutes, the first 30 minutes, the first 45 minutes, the first hour, that's just typically what your friend is going to be doing. Even if you step away and go to the bathroom for 5 minutes, when you come back, your friend should be dancing, right? Unless something like alarming happens, like maybe they broke a hill, like it's just something unusual that happened and say, okay, why your friend may not be dancing. Maybe there's emergency, maybe they had to run, maybe they had to go. That's a red folder. That's alarming because it's not typical energy. Now, if your friends stop, okay, let me stop. I don't like this song right now. I'm gonna just take a break. All right, that's more of an orange folder. But if your friend is just doing what your friend always do, right, that's the yellow folder, right? You just want your friend to be doing what they always do because that's just their pattern. Um, so yeah, that's that. Very first step. Step one, check forexfactory.com. Okay, so step two, you're going to want to check the currency strength. And this is not something that I do all the time anymore, but it's very crucial as you're learning to understand, like, all right, what's really going on in the market, right? So this is the second website or link that I like to check. And it is called livecharts.uk, which is pretty much the currency strength meter. Yes, this is going to be recorded. I mean, pretty much what you have to know about this is, I'm just trying to think the easiest way to explain it. So pretty much each currency pair has two currencies in it, right? Whether it's Euro USD, right? That's two currencies. It's the Euro versus the USD. Whether it's USD JPY, that's USD versus JPY, right? Whether it's no matter what it is, each currency pair has two currencies. The first currency in that pair is called the base currency. The second currency in that pair is called the quote currency, right? And that's important to know because this is going to let you know if the market is buying or selling, right? And remember, these are steps. You really just don't want to go into the market and start clicking stuff. You don't just want to be like, well, the Euro RUB looks good. It's 92%. Let me just go and get in on that. That's not what you want to do. You need to know, okay, is there any news coming out that's going to make this currency pair act crazy? And which currency is stronger? Like, am I actually buying or selling? You have to pick a position, right? You have to pick your position in the market before you actually get in for your trade. And this is all this is doing, right? Now, if the first currency in that currency pair has more bars than the second pair, which means it's stronger, that means that that market is going to be buying. If the first currency in the currency pair has more bars, that means that the currency pair is going to be buying, right? And if the second currency has more bars than the first currency, that means that the currency is going to be selling, right? So I'm just going to open up the chat for 1 second. And let's just say we were going to be trading AUD JPY, family, AUD JPY. Will that market be buying or selling? Exactly. It's going to be selling simply because the JPY has a stronger strength. So if you're listening to other educators or other live traders within SBC and they say, okay, I see this currency just gain strength, that's what they're talking about. Now we're just going to go in real time to see what's really good, right? And I'm going to just change this for 1 second so we can actually confirm whether that's true or not, right? So we're looking at Let's see, I said AUD we said that market should be selling. Let's just see how accurate that is, right? Now, if I zoom out, let me make this full screen. All right, so we can see that that's actually an accurate reading, right? We can see that for the day, AUD has literally been selling, and all we did was pretty much confirm that with the currency strength meter, right? And we know it's selling simply because we can see that the market is literally going down, right? So the currency strength meter just confirms that analysis. And the reason why that's important to know is simply because just because the market we see is selling, selling, selling clearly, just because the market had a little bit it had a little bit of support, right? And it actually decided to go up for a while. It was just resisting the trend because the overall trend was literally still selling, as we can see, right? So the market won't be selling consistently. There will be these periods of time where the market actually turns it around, right? And that's helpful to know because even though the market is buying right now, we know that at any point in time, it has the potential to actually turn around and start selling because this is a selling market. Right now, if that makes sense, y'all, drop a 333 in the chat because I don't want this to confuse y'all, but it is important to know, right? It's important to just know these things about the market. Now we're going to do one more. Let's actually check out Euro USD, right? And this market should be selling as well because the USD has a stronger strength. So let's just check that out and see if that's valid. And it's paying out 84%. Ooh, so we're gonna go to Euro USD family and look at this. We see the same exact thing. Now I'm only looking at it over 15 minutes so that I can confirm or deny, right? Like what the currency strength is telling me, right? It's telling me that this is a selling market, and that is exactly what I see. And I'm just gonna annotate it so that you guys can see it as well. This market is clearly going down, right? It's clearly going down, right? It's clearly going down because there's a down slant. So overall, this market is trending down. So when we say support and resistance, this is all we're talking about, right? Resistance, somebody's drawing on the screen. Resistance means that let me just clear all the drawings off. Resistance means that this is the area of resistance. This is the area of resistance. This is the area of resistance, and this is the area of resistance. All this is literally saying is that we see the sellers. If you see more red candles, we see that the sellers were getting the price to go down, 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 down. And then the buyers said, hold up, y'all wilding right now. We really want the price to go up, up, up. Then the seller said, nah, chill. And they were not able to get the price to go past this line, meaning price was resisting going higher than this, right? So if I was analyzing this and the market was doing this, right, I will put a line right here and say, whenever the market gets to XXX, right, I see that it tends to sell, right? And then that was true. The sellers pushed it down, down, down again. The buyer said, nah, chill. We want the price to go up, up, up. But the seller said, no, right? You're not getting higher than you were before, right? And this was the highest point before. They said, we're going to continue to push the price down. We don't know what y'all are talking about. And then again, the buyers got a little bit of power. They said, no, no, no. And then again, price was stopped right here, making this another area of resistance. So I would have said, when the market gets to this number, sell, right? If this is making sense, right? Y'all drop a 777 in the chat. If you guys can visually see, right, resistance and support. Like resistance will literally be where price is resisted at. It could not go higher than that. We can visually see this. And support will be where price could not go lower than, right? Price, this is a good area of support, right? The sellers tried to get the price to go down, 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 down. The buyer said, no, ma'am, get out of here. We want the price to go up, 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 up. And then that's what happened. So that's all support and resistance is. You will hear that a lot. And I don't want you to be confused because, again, my favorite phrase, it's not that deep. It's actually very simple when you can visualize it, right? So now we understand, all right, how to choose our currency pair, how to figure out what's going on in the news, how to figure out whether the market is going up or down. Now it's time to figure out, okay, what is my entry point? Because that's also where a lot of people get confused. Now, I like to keep my pocket option on the area or the line simply because it's easier to read. But for this purpose of this training today, I will keep it on the candles because that's probably what a lot of you are seeing. You may just have a black background. So now the next thing that we're going to do is actually figure out, okay, how do we get our entry points from the Liberty scanner and plug them into pocket option, right? So we can do this two ways. We can actually get the live trade idea and take the live trade idea, or we could set up a pending order for later, right? So once you guys are on your once you guys are on Euro USD, just drop Euro USD in the chat so I know that everybody is on the same page, right? I don't want to know what the payouts are. I just want everybody to go to Euro USD. Please don't tell me what the payouts are. All right, bet. So most people are there. So now we've selected our currency pair. We're going to move on to our entry points. So when you first come to GoLiberty.im, which is the scanner that we all have access to, once you have the HFX package, the first thing you want to do is you have to know which strategy you're going to be looking for and which strategy you're going to be using. Some people prefer the web slinger. That's the very first strategy you'll see. And some people prefer other strategies like Pickpocket or Simple Scalper. So for today's training, I am going to be going over the Pickpocket strategy because it's super simple and I really think it's good for beginners. This was actually the sole strategy that I used for the entire free trial and also the bonus session that we had where we went 3-0. When me and Z traded on Sunday and we went 4-0, this is the strategy I used. So I think it's just important to show y'all this one. I think it's important to show y'all this one. So pretty much you select your strategy, and then it's not automatically going to be on the currency pair that you want it to, nor is it going to be on the time frame. So you have to switch it, right? So step 3 is going to be, you want to click on your screen and you want to type in EUR USD. If you're using an iPad or some type of tablet, for some reason, there's some issues like switching the currency pair, but everybody else should be fine. So you switch to Euro USD, and you actually have two options. You can analyze this on the M1, right? Or you can analyze it on the M5, meaning that a candle is going to form either every 1 minute or every 5 minutes. I personally like to analyze on the 5 minutes so I can kind of gauge what is the market going to do. I can definitely analyze on 1 minute, but only after I have the 5-minute analysis, because it's like the bigger the analysis, the more you know about the market. Like how we just looked at 15-minute candles to see that the market was declining. I just want the candle to have a little bit more time to figure out what it's going to do. If you're using an iPad, you may have issues, but that's the only thing I've seen with that. So step 1, check the news. Step 2, check the currency strength. Step 3, select your pair, head over to the Liberty scanner. Right? So we're in the Liberty scanner right now, and we are on the Pickpocket strategy. Now, the Pickpocket strategy uses 1, 2, 3. It uses 2 actual indicators, but it has 4 confirmations, right? Or 4 things you can look for. 2 physical indicators, right? But 4 confirmations. So an indicator, and write this down, family, an indicator is just one thing that tells you about price action. And a confirmation confirms what the indicators are telling you about price, right? So I will type this on the screen and you guys can take a screenshot of what these things are. 1 second, y'all. All right, so step 1, check the news. Check the news on Forex Factory, forexfactory.com. Step 2, check the currency strength. Check the currency strength on live charts. Step 3, Liberty scanner strategy. Okay, cool. All right, cool. So y'all should be able to see this. Take a screenshot of that because this is all we did so far. So now we're gonna go over the confirmations for a buy and for a sell because it's mad crazy. So the 2 indicators that this strategy uses, one is called the super trend line, which are going to be these skinny black lines you see. I'm gonna break down everything on this chart for y'all because it's really not that hard. These candles are actually the physical representation of price. So if you see a red candle, that means price is going down. If you see a blue candle, that means price is going up, right? We just talked about support and resistance. So whenever you see, it doesn't matter whether the candle is red or blue. Well, it does matter later, but if you see that the candles are touching that top line, I'm gonna keep saying it. If you see that the candles are touching the top line, that means that that is an amazing area of resistance, right? And price is going to do what? We just went over it, family. If it's a good area of resistance, whenever candles touch that top line, what do you think it's going to do? Buy or sell? Right, it's going to go down. It's going to go down. So that's the first thing you want to look for. And you want to ask yourself, are my candles touching my top line for a sell, or are my candles touching my bottom line for a buy? And if we look at what's happening, we really see what's happening in real time, family. Are my candles touching my top line or my bottom line? And what is this telling me? Right? So put bottom buy, bottom sell, top buy. Which line are my candles touching right now? And what is that telling me I should do? Right. Right. Shout out to all my loyal followers and traders from before, because I see everybody that used to trade with me when I first started trading has hit new levels. Shout out to Lex, new P1. I know I saw a new P6. Like everybody that's been trading with me has leveled up since we started trading. So congrats to all y'all. But yeah, it's definitely the black lines are support and resistance. Exactly. So pretty much that's going to be your entry point. That's going to be your entry point, family. And listen very closely, because this is probably the most important part of your training. You guys are so smart. You already said it's touching my bottom line. I'm going to buy. But when am I going to buy? Where am I going to buy? What you're going to do is you're going to take on the left panel. You have so many different tools over here, but don't worry about all of them. Only worry about your trend line tool. And you want to put a horizontal line, right? It's going to be on the left panel, right? And you want to click it and get horizontal line. I just like to make my line black so it doesn't clash with any other colors on my screen. And what we're going to do, listen closely, family. We're going to put our horizontal line at the bottom where that black line is. And of course, you can make it thicker so you can see, right? So what does that tell us, family? What number do we see right here? What are the last 3 digits, if y'all can see? Somebody drop the last 3 digits of that in the chat. Okay. I see 678, 678. We should all be seeing the same number, right? We should all be saying the same number. Now, if we know that we should buy once the market touches that black line, does this say when the market gets to 678 or lower, we get in for a buy, right? That's literally all we did, family. We figured out whether the market was buying or selling, whether it was for support or for resistance. We put a line there so that we knew what the entry point was. And now all we have to do is wait, right? So let's just go back to our pocket option for a second. And we're going to wait, right, until the market actually gets to 6, 7, 8 or lower. And we're just going to be patient. We're not going to do anything. We have this candle just formed about a minute ago. And we know that because we have a timer telling us that, another candle is going to form in about 5 minutes, right? Another candle is going to form in 5 minutes. And this is a tip as well. Please write this down. The Liberty scanner and pocket option have a 5-point difference, right? So once you get your entry on the Liberty scanner, which is 678, somebody tell me, what is 678 plus 5? Somebody tell me. Okay, we got 683. Awesome. And this is the most math you need to do with HFX, right? Right? So we got 683. So now, family, we know we're just going to wait for 683 or lower, and we're going to get in for a buy. So when buying, you go at a point lower, and when selling, you have an entry point and go higher. Exactly. Right, family? So we're just going to wait until the market gets to 683 or lower. We see this candle is really picking up momentum, and you can tell by the body of the candle, right? Each candle is going to tell you 4 things about the price. It's going to tell you where it opened at. It's going to tell you where it closed at. It's going to tell you where was the high, and it's going to tell you what was the low, right? So now we can see that this candle, it got from the low to the high really quickly. Like this candle body isn't as big as this candle body, but we can see that the buyers are really moving. So we just have to wait for this thing to get back down to 683, and that would be our buy, right? And that would be our buy. At the moment, I am not looking at currency strength. I already checked it. I know that the market is selling overall, but right now the market is currently buying. So this is another tip too. If you guys start to see, like for example, this is a small candle body telling us that the market was not moving that fast. We clearly see that the sellers were running out of power because the buyers came back with all this strength. Like literally, the candle body can tell you a lot about the price. So if I'm looking at this, I would say, okay, this market is buying pretty quickly. It's buying really fast. It's picking up a lot of momentum. I don't know if this thing is going to actually get back to this buy right now. So I will also want to set up a sell as well, simply because we know we check the currency strength. This is a selling market. This buy might be a false buy. It's just a little bit of resistance from the buyers trying to get the price to go higher uh, than last time. So the point difference is 5 points. Whatever the number is on your scanner, add 5 points to that. So if it's at 670, it's going to be 675, whether you're going for a buy or for a sell. So the next thing we're going to do, since we see that this market is buying really high, we know once the market gets to, and it's dropping back down, once the market gets to 683 or lower, we know we're going to get in for a buy, right? We know we're going to get in for a buy. But if you wanted to do the buy and the sell, I don't typically call out 2 entry points, but I will show you how to do it for yourself. You pretty much are literally, it's called creating a zone. And it's easier than you think. It's easier than you think, family, how to create a zone, right? You want to make sure you have a horizontal line at the bottom of your current candle to let you know, okay, this is where we buy. And then you need a horizontal line at the top of your current candle. That's all. Like no matter what, right? You just want a line at the top and you want a line at the bottom, because this is telling you this is how high price got in the last 5 minutes. This is how low price got in the last 5 minutes. When we're analyzing the market, we literally are only focusing on the current candle, right? So now what does this tell us, family? What number do we see right here, right? Tell me where we should sell at, family. Our buy is going to be the same, 683 or lower for a buy, right? That's still valid. Now, somebody tell me what will our sell be based on what you just learned about the 5 point difference and what you see on my scanner. All right, family, look, it dropped below 783. If and when you guys get into the trade, drop your entry point into the chat, right? And I'm gonna open it up so everyone can see. If you guys got in for the buy, drop your entry point in the chat and make sure it's going to the whole entire chat and not just me. Right? I hope that was for a sell, Keys. All right, 683 pending order activated. So now we just wait, family. Now we just wait, right? You did a pending order. Shout out to you for the pending order, right? Shout out to everybody at 680. Okay, not bad, not bad. It's at 683. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I got in. I have 35 seconds left. I got in at 682. So let's see. 682, not bad, not bad. Not bad, not bad. Got in at 683 for a pending order. Okay. The market is at a little bit of a standstill, but at least we know it's a good area of support. We have 20 seconds left. We just need the thing to push back up. All right, there we go. There we go. We got 15 seconds left right now. I got in at 682 on 1 point in profit. All right, bet. Everybody's going to clear. Everybody's going to clear. Everybody's going to clear. So when you guys clear, just drop some blue face in the chat. Drop some butterflies. Any blue emoji, just drop it in the chat, because that's how really simple it is. Like, that's really how simple it is. Like, I didn't do mad crazy things. I didn't know. We don't do 3 minutes over here. Please, 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 please. 1 minute only. 1 minute only. 1 minute only. Because if you can clear it in 3 minutes, you can clear it in 1 minute. If you can clear it in 15 minutes, you can clear it in 1 minute. So, all right, bet, family. Yeah, I really dislike 3 minutes. If that was easy, family, drop an easy in the chat, right? If that was easy, drop an easy in the chat. And be mindful, because we know that 709, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We know that we can sell at 714 or higher simply because that's the trade idea we got for the scanner, right? So we're going to take this sell as well, family, right, at 714 or higher, and we're just going to see if the scanner was accurate, right? So let's just try it out. We at 707 right now, right? We know like you can try to take it at 709, but I promise you're gonna want to wait because there's a 5 point difference, right, family? And I only know this because of how I came up with the sell. So I came up with the sell because I noticed that even though my candles were closer to my bottom line and I was buying, I realized that this blue candle was having a lot of body, which means that it was picking up strength. The body of the candle is so important because it tells you about the momentum. It tells you that the buyers literally drag the price from here to there. Like literally imagine somebody took like a paintball. No, not a paintball. What's some things called? Like one of them rubber balls that you used to play with dodgeball, right? Dodgeball used to be fun as shit. But imagine you used to be you playing dodgeball and you dip the ball in red paint. Now, if you throw that ball with a lot of power, it's gonna be a huge red streak on the ground, telling you that okay, he threw that ball with a lot of power, which is why you're gonna see a long red streak. Now, imagine if a little baby came in through that ball that don't have enough power, enough strength. You're gonna see a little roll because the baby ain't gonna be able to throw the ball that far. And that's kind of what the body of the candle is really telling you, right? Let's see what the mark is at 719. Let me get in for a sell. What was the call? 714 or higher. All right, bet. I just came through. I got in at 719. I was late as F, but as you can see, we should all be in profit. If you guys are in profit, can I just get a big in profit in the chat? 723, you're mad decent with that. Um, awesome, 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 awesome. Let me see where y'all got in at because I'm not really sure, but I am expecting this thing to drop back down. I didn't have a full 1 minute in this trade, but I did get in at 719. So it's looking like, oh, we all still gonna clear. So that was a really good area of resistance. Now you guys see where the market closed at, and if you would have got in at 709, that would have been hella sketchy, and 714 or 15, whatever it was a better entry. And everybody should have cleared that trade. Everybody should have cleared that trade. Um, so yeah, I like to do these sessions. They're literally called paid trainings for a reason. We really just come on here, we learn how to use the products, and then we trade pretty much. But yeah, Lex, I hopefully that answered your question. It's like I came up with the sell entry because I'm like, all right, dang, like I'm just imagining somebody threw this kickball with a lot of power, and it's just like it was a huge red streak because there was a lot of power from that red side. Now, if it wasn't a lot of strength, you would see a smaller body, right? It's telling you like, and this is a perfect example, right? We see that the sellers had mad. Actually, let's start from here, right? Because this is a really good example. We see that candles were on the little black line at the bottom, and the buy signal popped up, telling us that all right, we about to buy. So the buyers was like la 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 la. Like they literally got the price to go right there. But then the sellers was like, nah, get out of here. We want the price to go down, 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 down. So we can literally see physically that the buyers had a lot of power. Like, look at this body, right? Then the sellers tried to pick up strength to switch the direction of the market. The sellers got a lot of strength and were able to push the market all the way down back, right, to the support zone. But then the buyers said, nah, right? So then we clearly see by the body of the candles that the sellers were running out of energy. They were running out of energy. The body went from being big, then it got smaller, then it got smaller, and then it turned blue again, right? And then it just reversed. We see that the buyers are picking up power, right? And they're trying to get the price to go back up. So how I came up with the sell, I said, the body of this blue candle is big, but it's not that big. So I know that at some point in time, this thing is going to reverse. Now look at this. This is perfect. We clearly see that the buyers are running out of power, family. The body is getting smaller and smaller, right? Anytime you see a candle like this with two wicks and a little body, this means that this is a dragonfly candle. A dragonfly candle is almost a 99% accuracy telling you that the market is about to switch directions, right? So we know that the market is about to sell. So all I did was put a line at the top of that skinny candle. So I can see that as 719, that will be my new entry point for a sell, but it's not really going to be 719. Where am I going to sell at, family, if I'm adding 5 points to the scanner? The only thing that you want to do, Hadia, is whatever entry point you get on the scanner, wherever you place that black line or whatever color you put it, add 5 points to that number, right? That's all you're doing. Whatever number the black line, like you can place this line wherever you want, but it's based on what you're analyzing. Like I can clearly see that this is a good area of resistance because let me get my little crayon. I can see that this is a good area of resistance because I see that the buyers wanted the price to go up, 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 but they were stopped right here by the sellers, hence why the price is actually starting to go down. So that's why I put my black line right there at 719 or whatever 719 plus 5 is going to be 724. So for my patient traders, we know once the market gets to 724 or higher, family, what are we going to be doing? Buying or selling? At 724, what are we doing? All right, exactly. So now we wait, we wait, we wait, we wait, we wait, we wait. And this is going to be the last trade idea, family, because this is a paid training. Oh man, if you caught that 726, you are lit because it definitely just kissed it, as my homegirl Z would say. So, all right, what we waiting for? 724 or higher? All right, I see somebody got that 726. If and when you get into the trade, family, oh my God. If when you get into the trade, like just put your entry point. I'm really gonna have to go in like literally 5 seconds, but I'm so okay with that, family. I'm so okay with that. I got in at 727, right? I got it at 727. We are expecting, we might not have a full minute in, but we'll see what happens. We know it's a good area of resistance, but we may not have enough time. And so let's thug it out. Let's see what happens. The only way we might lose this trade is literally because we didn't have enough time in the trade, but it is going to come back down. I have 20 seconds left. Let's see what's happening. Or somebody got in at 731, bet 731. My 727 people. That's where I am at as well. So we just gonna wait, wait, wait. But even if we don't clear the trade, we know why. We know that the market is literally buying mad crazy. So all right, we did not clear that one, family, but that's okay because look, we can clearly see that price broke past our line. We can clearly see that price broke past our line, and it is dropping. It's definitely going to drop. We know it's going to drop, right? So some people may have cleared if you had enough time in the trade. If you cleared, let me know. If you took a lesson, let me know. It's not a matter of if it's going to happen. It's a matter of when it's going to happen. You're in profit. Okay. Also, you took a lesson. That just means we got too early. I got in too early as well. Let's not stress about it because we know what happened. We just got in too early. We got in too early. But all right, family, that is going to wrap up our training for today. We did clear 2 trades. We know that the products work. We know that it's a matter of when you get in. We know it's a matter of your entry point. But family, it's some big things happening like within my particular organization right now. I don't know. I don't know if my twin is still in this. Oh, my twin is still here right now. Still here right now. Still here right now. I'm a really, 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 really need everybody to understand what's going on right now because we got another big drop that's happening. If you are in RTP, I'm gonna really need you to go blow up the chats because what's happening with the March Madness is really crazy. It's really crazy. Shout out to my twin. They didn't drop the flyer yet, but they know what's going on. They know what's going on. So if y'all know who my twin sister is, y'all know we are running partners in this business. Y'all can look at her flyer right now and see what it say. But in the next 10 minutes, she really about to have to change that, Jordan, because we not P1 no more. Let's go. Let's freaking go. But let me get off of here so I can go blow up the chats for my twin because it's really lit out here. It's really lit out here. It's really lit, right? I'm gonna send y'all I'll post the recording when it gets to my email so that you guys can go watch it over and over again. And of course, if y'all have any questions about this strategy, please, 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 don't hesitate to reach out. My number is posted in the Money Mantra channel. Yes, I am accepting people coming back into the channel. Yes, I will do pop-up sessions like this more often. Yes, yes, yes. Everything y'all want and love is definitely coming back, but I gotta go. It's some family things happening right now. I love y'all. See y'all later.